So fine, we have done with the perspectives, we have done with partition some time back, we have seen how to calculate things. Then today we are looking into KPIs and actions are related to basically with Excel. You need to have Excel, in such case you can look into actions. Whatever drill down action you perform, so they can be seen in Excel or you need to send to reports. So you can be having different types of actions. When you click on the action, this can be a report action or the drill through action. You have different types of actions depending on the depending on basically the so either Excel or report server is required to show the actions. In the case of drill through action, you can take the measure group, then followed by here you can choose a particular cube. So based on the cube, we are going to perform this particular thing here. We have taken fact internet sales. So from that, by choosing the order date, we are trying to make this particular thing. So for this purpose, you need to have Excel. Without having Excel, you cannot do. Excel must be integrated in this. You need to integrate Excel, then in such case, you can do it. Shweta, in your computer, do you have Excel?
No, sir. I'm not having Excel, sir.
So Excel is basically cell BI. From here, you can send to Excel. In the Excel, you can see. For analysis purpose, Excel is very important. So to perform actions, definitely you require the Excel. Otherwise, you can't do. I too don't have Excel actually, because Excel you need to buy. For buying, I mean, I did not buy. Otherwise, I use actually Star Office. In the to Star Office we cannot send. Only to Excel we can do this, and that is called as basically cell BI and two-dimensional analysis. That is, it's not multi-dimensional. It's only going to be two-dimensional analysis. Excel is in fact a wonderful tool. Excel is basically spreadsheet, then business graph you have in that analysis or database. You can have all the four things in the Excel. So from here you can send data to Excel. In the Excel it can be analyzed. For that purpose you require Excel. Sirisha, do you have Excel application in your system? Okay, so aggregations are nothing but they are calculated aggregations which we create whenever we go with the partitions. While creating partition, we have seen how the aggregations are getting created. Translations, they are going to work with only multiple languages like Spanish or French. In such cases, you can be using translations. So from one language to another language, it can be translated with the help of the translations feature. So mostly we use in this partitions, then perspectives, then you can be browsing it and you can go with the named calculations, and other important thing is going to be KPI. KPI stands for key performance indicator. So using KPI, you can measure the performance of the business. To measure the performance of business, we use actually KPIs. KPI again is part of the analysis. So in the case of analysis, we use the KPI. KPI stands for key performance indicator. It's part of the analysis. So these days there is demand for the analysis. In fact, data analysis or data scientists, they are using it a lot. So as I told just now, KPI stands for key performance indicator. It's a metric used to determine how our business is performing against the given objective. How it's performing against the given objective, we can identify with the help of the KPIs. So normally a metric can be a ratio. We can have number metrics and we have ratio metrics. A metric is nothing but it's basically a ratio. So it can be a number metric or it can be a ratio metric. We can have either number metrics or we can have ratio metrics. For example, you take a website. In the case of website, you can have visits, you can have page views, you can have revenue, etc. or number metrics. Because they are just like numbers. We are going to show them like numbers. They are called as number metrics. Whereas bounce rate, conversion rate, then average order value, etc. are ratio metrics because they are in the form of ratios. Either you can calculate numbers or you can calculate ratios. So whenever you go with a ratio, against it is. So against it is total hits are how many? How many are bounced? In that case, you can get bounce rate. So conversion rate also, you can have it as a ratio. Average order value also can be a ratio. So total orders like that, average order is going to be, we take actually total orders and number of days we take, or number of months we take, number of years we take. Based on that, we can be calculating the average order. All these are going to be ratios here. They can be called as ratio metrics. A metric can be treated as KPI if it can, impact business bottom line. If it's going to affect business bottom line, in that case, we can think it as a ratio. This is possible only when the metric has the ability to provide recommendations for action which can have a huge impact on the business behavior bottom line. On the business bottom line, if it can have huge impact, then that can be basically treated as a KPI. So KPI, if it can impact business bottom line, then we say that as a KPI, and that's called as metric basically. KPI is nothing but metric which can impact the business bottom line. This is possible only when the metric has the ability to provide recommendations for action which can have huge impact on the business bottom line. Based on the KPI, whether business is performing well or not, we can find out. For example, you take average order value can be used as a KPI because it hugely impacts the business bottom line. So how many orders per day you are getting, you can calculate. One day they will be more, the other day they can be less. On monthly basis, you can find out average order value. So based on that, business decisions can be taken there. We can take business decisions based on that. So we can greatly increase sales at the present conversion rate just by increasing the size of the orders. So this way, the KPI can be useful. How many orders we should get, how many exactly we are getting. So based on that, we can take better decisions. So in such cases, KPI is going to be very, very important factor. KPI stands for key performance indicator, as I told just now. Okay. And other thing is measures and measure groups we use very much. Measures and measure groups. So a measure is nothing but a numeric quantity or value which is going to be representing a metric assigned to a assigned to a particular in this organization's goals. What exactly we do in this? We take a measure. A measure is nothing but here a quantity, a numeric quantity or value, which is going to represent as a metric. It is going to be aligned with the organization's goals. You should have certain goals for the organization. With that, we are going to assign it. This is the value which the business users are intended and are interested in viewing those values from different angles. Okay, and at different granularity level. Granularity level can be, say, on yearly basis you can see, on monthly basis you can see, on daily basis also you can be seen. So daily basis can be one granularity level, month is going to be another granularity level, and year can be another granularity level. At different levels we are going to be measuring. So a measure also we call as fact. We have fact tables, there we have nothing but measures. So next thing is here calculated members. We have here a calculated member. We can even use the calculated member sometimes. We use calculated member sometimes. Something like, for example, we created full name. It's nothing but calculated member. Similarly, we can be using, say, based on the income, whether the person is a rich person or poor person also, you can say. Okay, so a calculated members are member of a measure groups and defined based on a combination of one or more base measures. What fact values are there, based on them, further we can define a new measure that can be called as calculated member. So that may be containing actually arithmetic conditional operator or some functions. Based on that we can make it. For example, you take the profit calculated. Profit calculated can be a measure. So profit calculated can be measured. So in this, that's going to be called as a named calculation. We can call it as named calculation. Out of the existing values, we can be calculating profit there. So this is not getting saved actually in the cube. Only the base measures are saved in the cube, but as far as calculations are concerned, they are going to be evaluated on the fly. So here, with the help of the measures, we can be calculating here the required KPI. We can calculate KPI and we can see the result in this. Now let us try to create here one KPI. KPI basically key performance indicator. Here we use number ratios. Based on that, we can show how our business is actually progressing. How business is progressing, we can find. So as far as KPI is concerned, in the KPI, we have a goal, we have a status, we have a trend. In this, as far as KPIs are concerned, we have here a goal and we have a status, we should be having a trend. For example, we are trying to look into sales angle. So we are going to have a sales angle in this. Here, the KPI goal we try to set as 10% greater than the current sales. Right now, how much sales we have? It must be more than 10% of the current sales. Similarly, status also we try to indicate. If the status is going to be 100% value is, if the KPI value is 100% greater than the KPI value, so we try to set the status in that case. Then similarly, trend you take. So in the case of trend, it is going to be depending on the previous value. That means upward trend or downward trend, you can find out here. Upward trend or downward trend, we can find out with the help of the trend there. So these three are going to be important. You have a goal in that, then similarly we have a status, we have a trend. These three things we use in the case of the KPI creation. KPI stands for key performance indicator. So using KPI, we do that now. We set a goal, then we go with the status, then we make a trend. Based on that, how business is performing, we can find out. So we apply for the this one here. We try to apply this particular thing with the fact internet sales. So go with the here KPI. Click on the KPI. Let us try to make here one KPI. It's going to be key performance indicator. On the fact internet sales, we use this. Okay. So in this, first of all, the adventure rules cube is opened for us. We click on the new KPI, then select this as new KPI in this. Click on this KPI organizer. So here we can create a new KPI by using this. It's new KPI. Click on this. We can put a KPI in this particular thing. So we are going to look into current sales in this. We say this as sales KPI. We can put a name as here sales KPI in this. We need to choose here associated measure group. So associated measure group is going to be internet sales. Fact internet sales, we use it. This is going to be associated and in measure group fact internet sales. In this we need to choose now value expression. So value expression, I try to use here sales amount. Take like this measures, then dot, followed by here it is internet sales amount. Internet sales amount we try to put into this. Like this, try to make this. Next thing is going to be here goal expression. We need to put here a goal expression. So goal expression, try to set it as goal expression. I'm trying to make in this case here now. So goal expression, how much I want to take here? 10%. I want to take 10%. Therefore, 10% is nothing but here. It is going to be how much 10% means 10% greater we need to have in this. We have to have 10% greater. So therefore, we can take it as 110%. 110 is going to be 1.1. We can take that way. So this is here. We try to format. Format is a predefined function. We try to use in this. This is measures followed by in the dot. Then this we take as internet sales amount. Do we have internet sales amount? Okay, so we have here measures dot. If we go with the measures, what is available in this? Let us see. Fact internet sales we take. This is going to be internet sales count we have here. Okay, only sales amount we have in this. Let us take only sales amount from this. Only sales amount. Then here measures followed by this one sales amount. Then here multiplied with the 1.1, it should be 110%. So 1.1 we use here. Then this I want to show in the numeric format. I want to use some numeric format here for that purpose. Otherwise, this is fine. So, like this only format I'm trying to use here. I remove the format in this. Without format, I try to make this. Numbers can be formatted. Like commas, those things we can have here. So, just like this, I take here goal expression followed by measures dot sales amount multiplied with 110%, that is 110 is going to be 1.1 we get. Followed by here status. How we see status? It can be something like traffic light, road signs. So you can take different things in this. Traffic light you can take in this. Status indicator can be traffic light, and indicator can be upward or downward. So you can show in this upward arrow, status arrow. So different types you can take from this. Different types you can be taking. Then here now we can calculate this particular thing here. This is fine. So this is exactly what, first of all we have taken sales KPI, then associated measure group is fact internet sales here. It's going to be fact internet sales. Then measure start sales amount we have taken in this. Then measure start sales amount multiplied with 1.1 we have taken. Then this is traffic light we have taken. Status expression now we need to take in this. We have to choose here status expression. So for status expression we use the functions like KPI value. So KPI value and KPI goal, they are going to be predefined ones. Based on that, we try to calculate it. We calculate based on the value here. Based on the KPI value, we can be finding in this. So here, we try to make that. So KPI name we have taken in that. KPI name is what exactly? Sales KPI we have taken. Now for with the sales KPI, we can be calculating it. Let us try to calculate here. So status expression we need to put in this. Let us try to put the status expression in this. This will be, we use a case. Based on the case we need to do this. We go with the case followed by here when KPI value we use here KPI value. Here we need to specify the name of the KPI. This is called as sales KPI. We put here. It's going to be sales KPI. Then here followed by KPI goal we take this as here KPI goal. What is the goal of the KPI in this? This is going to be again we specify here sales KPI because on the top we gave it as sales KPI. Take like this. Then we close this particular thing here. So what do we write in this? Greater than 1. If it's greater than 1, in such cases we write it as then 1. Then we say this as 1. Try to put this as 1 in such cases. Next thing is what here? When always the ratio is going to be either greater than 1 or less than 1, and again in this sometimes the value can be here. What happens? It's going to be something like 0.50, 0.65, like that we can be setting there. The next thing is what here? When KPI value, again we use here sales KPI. So this is less than, we can put here KPI goal again. Here inside this we need to put sales KPI. This is what less than or equal to 1 we take it. In such cases, and one more condition also we try to use here. And one more condition we use, and this can be here KPI value. Again this is what sales KPI. Try to put this as divided by KPI goal. This is going to be KPI. Try to put here sales KPI greater than or equal to 0. Say some 85 I take 0.85. So then this is what 0 0, else I try to put this as -1. So based on this we can set, and at the end we need to put here end. Like this we are forming the expression. We formed the status expression. We have set like this status expression. We set the status expression here. So based on this, it's going to show you the value can be 1, value can be 0, value can be -1. In the case of traffic light, what happens? It is going to be either red light or green light or orange light, like that you are going to get it. This way, it's going to be shown for us. KPI value. So when it's 1, probably it shows green light. When it's 0, it shows here orange light. When it is -1, it's going to show red light, like that. It's going to be indicating for us. So status expression we kept like this for the traffic light. So you can take different types of things in that. It need not be always traffic light. It can be having different things. You can have different types of, say, status indicators in that. Right now we use only traffic light. It can be other thing also. Road signs, gauge, reversing gauge, thermometer, cylinder, faces, variance arrow. So shapes, different things of different types of things we can take. I have chosen there traffic light in this. Oh,
Sir, what is the syntax, sir?
which one?
For all the ones, sir. For each one, there will be different syntax, no, sir.
I'm not getting. No, no, it can be same. It can take either one value or 0 value or -1 it can take. Syntax is going to be same. As far as KPI value and KPI goal is concerned, you have same type of syntax. See, this can
No,
give
sir, I'm
you,
asking about status indicator, sir.
that's what. In the case of status indicator, they can take automatically a value 1, or they can be take greater than 1 value, it can be 0 value, or it can be negative value, it can take. Automatically they are going to be getting adjusted in this. So just try with them. Syntax is going to be same for all the things in this. Syntax can be same. So all of they are going to use actually 3 different values. Take greater than value or less than value or equal value they can be taking. Either they can be greater than or equal to 1, or they can be less than 1 there. So other thing is going to be here, it can be 0. So they can take a value 1 greater than 1. It can be taking 1 or greater than 1 we can take. Similarly, it can be 0, it can be -1. These values can be taken by the KPI indicators, status indicators. They can be 3 status only, a 1, a 0, -1. Based on that it can be. You can choose any type of status indicator there. For all the things it can be same thing. We can have only 3 values always. As far as this particular status indicator is concerned, either it can be 1 or it can be 0 or it can be -1. You can have 3 values in that. Whatever type of thing you use, so it's going to be only those 3. Next one, we need to do with the trend. Trend expression also we need to put here. So for trend expression, it can be having again standard arrow or different things we can take in that. Based on what exactly we go with the trend now, let us try to write the trend in this. As far as trend is concerned, here I have chosen status arrow. Here also different things you can be having in this. Again, even here also, so here also, here it can be only either -1, either 1 or -1. There is nothing like 0, only upward trend or downward trend you can have in this. The trend can be upward trend or downward trend. So by practicing, I mean by experimenting these, you can find out exactly how they are working. Now here write case followed by when it is going to be KPI value, take KPI value, followed by inside this we take actually the sales KPI, then here it is going to be sales KPI. So here we use the date dimension in this. We use here date dimension in this particular thing. Take this as date, followed by here. So once again, I need to use here some calendar. So calendar, then followed by dot. This is current member dot previous member. dot we take actually prime member. Okay, then this is 1. One minute. Here's something I'm missing. Okay, complete. It's not complete expression. It has to be, first of all, I've taken calendar dot. It should be current member. We need to compare always current member. Then greater than here in this, we need to take the other KPI value in this. We take other KPI value. Then this is KPI value followed by in this case sensitivity problem we may have. So try to take KPI value here also. C# is case sensitive. We face problems like this. Okay, KPI value. Then here in this again we choose the previous value. KPI value followed by this is sales KPI we use. Sales KPI, then comma, this is, here we use date dot try to using this calendar, then the dot, this is here current member dot prime member we use, then this is 1 upward trend we have in this. Similarly again we take this second condition we use here, so if it's less than we take this as -1. When this is, we take here less than, in such cases this will be -1 for us. Okay, after that we try to keep here end. We can put it as end here. So this way we can make it. So here based on this it can be either upward trend or downward trend, always comparing with the previous member. So current member we are comparing with the previous member, based on that we can take it. So based on that we are trying to calculate here the trend indicator, whether it's upward trend or downward trend we can get. We have status expression here. So based on this we try to calculate here the KPI. We can make KPI, then after that we can get it. We can go to the Excel. In the Excel you can process this. If you process in the Excel, what happens? We'll be getting here the trend, upward trend or downward trend we can be getting in that. So now let us try to save this, then try to process. Let us try to process this particular cube here. After that we can see with the KPI. So let me go to the cube 2 and try to process this one here. What happens? Okay, syntax is wrong. It says in which line that is.
Sir, how are you finding those expressions, sir?
Yes, no, here only in this expression somewhere we have problem. Current member dot previous member, it's giving actually error. Calendar dot current member dot. Yes, spelling is wrong.
Excuse me, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how are you writing those expressions, sir? Trend expression or status expression?
See, these are predefined functions. KPI value is nothing but predefined function. Okay, so based on the KPI function, we need to write. These are normal This is case expression we use with the SSIS with SSIS. Same case expression we are going to use here. Here how we calculated, see, sales KPI based on the date, calendar, current member. If it's greater than KPI value, we are trying to find out date, calendar, current member dot previous member. So in such case,
What is current member, sir?
current number means current. This year, what is the value that they are taking? Current means current year. It can take like that. Let me show. Let me run this and you understand that.
Okay.
So we go with the cube in this, then try to process. Now it deployed successfully. There is no spelling mistake. Okay, so it has processed successfully. Let me close this. After that, let me run this here. Now let me come to browser. In the browser, now I can take the, I can reconnect this here. By reconnecting, I can be getting data in this. So go to KPIs now. Even you have the KPIs also available. So KPIs are available here. Click on this. Then take the sales KPI. Totally drag and drop the sales KPI. We can put here sales KPI. Click execute the query. So it's not showing any trend like this. Now take years in this. Select dimension. Take the years in this. Go with the dim. This is going to be okay. Order date we take. Based on the order date, let us try to choose hierarchy in this. This is going to be here calendar year. Operator equal to in this equal to, try to choose the filter expression, and here try to choose one is not 2006, 2007, then 2008. I take 3 years, then click on OK. So execute the query in this. Now here one other thing from this, what I do, I take the, say this is order date. I take from order date, I drag and drop even calendar year. So sales KPI status is going to be 0. Sales trend is going to be showing like 0 only in this. Fine. Calendar year, then this is going to be sales KPI goal is going to be 7 lakh. Sales KPI status is 0. Okay. Then for 2007 also it's going to be 0 because KPI trend we did not keep anything for that. So it is showing always 0 only. Whenever it is, how much the sales are exactly in this 6530343, but how much we kept in this 718333. So when KPI status is 0, we did not put anything. Fine. Instead of taking calendar year, I just remove calendar year in this and try to put here, delete calendar year. Then I try to put here month name, English month name I take and try to put the month name in this. Even in this case also it is showing null value for us. Okay. Here did I put more actually? 2778842. This is how much? 3056726. Whenever we calculate, always value is coming in that manner only. We are getting only 0 in this. Okay, let me try to change the KPI indicator in this. KPI goal is how much? How many? This is going to be 3056726, 2778842, 2,778,842, 3,000,000. This is 56,726. So sales KPI is giving you 0 in this. Therefore, come into the KPI, then change in the KPI the values. Come to KPI, then here in this, what we do, we try to change here sales amount. Instead of taking this much, let us try to put something like here 0.95. I put just 0.95, put here sales amount. Then after that, I try to process once again this one. Q2 I take and try to process this. Okay, I think it processed successfully. Fine. Close this. Then here also we close. Next thing, we need to reconnect this. Once this is finished here, we need to come to reconnect this one and come to browser in this. Come to browser, and here try to refresh this one. Once again reconnect, change user. This is okay. Let me reconnect. Go with the KPI. It's not moving properly. Sales KPI, drag and drop, execute the query. So definitely it shows that. Now here we take the years, dim sales territory, or dim date we take, due date or order date or ship date. Some date we take, from that try to put the calendar year in this. So it is showing here 1 sales KPI status 1, 1, 1, -1 in 2010. Because we don't have 2009, previous year is not available, it's showing -1 there. But sales KPI trend is not changing in this. So when it's 1, actually it should be showing us the green color value. So it's not showing us. Okay, what's the reason? Let us see the KPI as it is. So the goal, the value, the trend we have in this, and here let us try to see. Okay, KPI trend is going to be 0 like this, but you have to get in this in a KPI format. You have to get. Let us come to once again KPIs here. Whenever you take KPI, so here this you can browse view. If you go into browse view, you can get it. It's going to show like this actually. Sales KPI you have taken. So trend also is not coming in this. It's showing here for us green color, showing as actually green color. But you cannot further. We try to filter here dimension. By clicking on this dimension, here it is order date. We take this time, and hierarchy try to show like here calendar year. Then operator equal we take, and filter expression try to choose in this. All we take from this, we need to take 2006, 2007 and 2008 we try to show, because 2006 can compare with 2005, 2007 can compare with 2006, 2008 can compare with 2007. So how that is, now we try to once again process here, once again try to process that particular thing. Okay, we made it, then once again, but we need to copy this sales KPI. If we take individual, is not showing for us. You come to browser view, this is fine. You come into this, but independently it's not showing for us. Okay, so here order date, either it can be for 2006, 2007, 2008 we have taken. Only for one particular year we take and see how that looks. Not for all the 3 years. Try to choose here only 2006. Don't use all the things, how the performance can be in this. It's going to be like this. Now Let me change the KPI. In fact, let me change the KPI. In the KPI, the value I want to put as, instead of making 0.95, I want to put this as 1 point some 0.2% I make 1.0 per 1.0 1.02. I want to make that, sorry, what I kept actually in this 1.02% I want to make in this sales. Then once again let me analyze the cube. To analyze the cube you need to have very good business idea, then in that case you can do. So this is related to business intelligence actually. When you do business at the time, how to calculate KPI, you should have idea. And these can be external KPIs, internal KPIs. These are related to domain knowledge in fact. All this is related to domain. So once again, do this. After that, let us try to reconnect it. Let me reconnect this. After reconnecting, once again I come into this view here. So when you come into browser view, this time it changed into orange color. We are getting this particular thing here. We are getting the orange color, this one. So it's not performing as expected. You can see this is in the orange color. You can get in the orange color this one. Now here try to change the calendar year, something like 2005 we make this time equal to 2005. So what happens, let us see in this. Take 2005, then do like this. Click on this, OK. So still, once again we try to refresh this. If there is no provision to refresh. Fine here, but there is no provision to refresh in this browser view. Here we have come. Then similarly, try to choose in this. There is no provision to refresh. 2008 we take in this. It is still 2006 only. So take 2005, and with this, there is no provision to refresh. Amount is changing here, but no change in that. What is saying here? Weight we did not keep, of course. Weight we haven't kept. It's showing here with the orange color. Similarly, we try to go with some other year in this. We look at the other year. So if you come to the 2008 here, we compare with 2000. Don't take 2005, only take 2008 and try to see only that particular year. So here the figures must be changing for us. The figure should be getting changed. Once again, let us reconnect in this. When we reconnect, it's taking only 2005 still filter expression. Okay. Now it's changing in this, but still the value is going to be, the value is 970,889.74 and the goal is going to be 996 like this. So what is happening in this? Still it's showing you orange color only. Let us come again to the cube in this and try to change. So come into cube structure once again and the KPI. KPI we come here and try to change value something like here 1.25 or 1.5, something like this we make. There should be 1.5 increase in that. Should be 1.5 increase in that. Try to make this cube now here in this. Go with the process. Close this. Close this one. Followed by in this, again we come to the view. Okay, we come into this one, browser view. Now this time it's showing you red color. You can see red color. So actual value is 977.0889.74, but goal is what exactly? 1465634.9.61. Status is going to be here red color. Like this is showing for us. It's showing actually red color for us. That means it's not actually doing as we expected. Status is not actually here. It's -1. So you can have a 0 value, you can have -1. Other thing is you can have 1. So whenever it is meeting condition, it's going to show you 1. Otherwise, it can be showing you either -1 or it can be having 0. So when it's -1 red color, when it is 0, it's going to be orange color, and whenever it is actually 1, it's going to be in this. I mean, in the proper way, it's going status. So that way we formed here. Once again, look into the cube here, cube definition. The KPI definition. We come into this, and here, as far as trend is concerned, trend we need to set properly. So scroll down in the trend expression, see in this. It's going to be standard arrow. So whenever you try to compare the KPI with the current member and previous member, current member means current here, whatever you are taking there. You can be taking year or month. It can be taking actually current member means current year. It can compare with the previous year. So it can be comparing with the previous year. So current member value is greater than previous one. In that case, it's going to give you 1. Otherwise, it's going to be giving you a -1. Like this, it is going to give us either 1 or -1. It can be giving us in this. So therefore, that way it's going to be calculating. But what is the problem in this? Why it is not properly shown? Where is the problem in this? Let me find out. Current member or previous member we have taken. So else. Then one this is one KPI value. I think we have else also in this. Else we need to put here 0. Correct. Before end, I should be putting here else. I think without else I should keep here 0. But status can be either 1 or -1 only. We can't have anything like here 0. This is correct only. So KPI value, sales KPI, comma date dot calendar, current member greater than. KPI value is going to be comparing like that. This is KPI value, sales KPI, we have taken in that. Sales KPI, then followed by, in this, we use from this sales KPI value we take. Then here, other thing is what? Date dot calendar dot current member less than KPI value. So here, based on these 3 things, it's calculating here. We've taken KPI value, with that we try to compare, but there's a mistake in this. There should not be any mistake. Then why it is not shown for us? The status also, the trend indicator, it has to show whether it's upward trend or downward trend. We need to get upward trend or downward trend. We have to get in such cases. So where is the problem? Since KPI is correct only. Date or calendar, current member greater than. We taken like that, followed by date dot calendar, current member dot previous member. This actually is -1. There is nothing wrong in this. Okay. Save this again. Come to the browser. Why it is showing KPL trend as null? Let me reconnect this. So here from this, we take only individual things. We take value, then we take goal, we take status, then we take the trend, followed by we go with the date. From date we try to choose the calendar year. Click execute the query. Why this is showing KPI trend is null? So every time this is showing -1. No year is actually having that much progress. 2005 also -1, 2006 also -1, 2007 also -1, 2008 also -1. In the case of 2010, you cannot compare with the previous year. That's why everywhere is showing it as null. There is no previous thing actually. So therefore, it cannot do anything that way. Here, 2009 is missing, because of that we cannot get. It is showing the trend as null in this case here. But if you come to the Q browsing, the KPI browsing, should get it properly. Once again, come into browser here. The browser, why trend is not shown for us? Trend should be shown for us in this. So sales KPI, if you take, trend is not shown in this. Trend why it is null. Reason is what for trend why it is null. Coming to this here. In the case of this, instead of tropic light, let us try to use here. This is tropic status indicator is fine, no issue with that. It's coming up. And as far as trend indicator is concerned, that status arrow we use. This let us try to see. Coming to again, process this. Close this. Once again, come to just reconnect. So coming into browser view, just reconnect. So should be reconnecting. Still trend is not shown for us. Okay. Coming to the browser. Refresh this. Reconnect PD. So once we reconnect. KPI as it is, we take sales KPI. Click to execute the query. Overall, it's showing actually sales KPI goal is that much, status is -1. It's correct, but trend why it is not showing in this. Syntax is very much correct. Syntactically, we kept correct only in that. Syntax is also correct. Come to the KPIs. We take into this at the bottom. Nice, we have taken and also we kept in this. Let me put here equal symbol, and with this let me see this. Okay, so try to process again. Still the trend is not shown in this. There's a problem with the trend. Sales KPI in this we have taken all the three things. So let me refresh the screen. We refresh, we reconnect again. Why KPI trend is null? What's the reason? Taken calendar year from this. So calendar taken So from calendar it should be giving me the required thing. So if I choose here, this is exactly, if I go with the date, okay, let me do one thing. Syntactically it may be something wrong. Hmm, syntactically somewhere I think committing some mistake. So coming to design, and if you go with the sales heading, this is fine, everything is okay. Here I just put calendar here. Instead of putting calendar, put here calendar year. In this also put here calendar year. Okay, then date dot calendar year, and here also calendar year I make. And save, once again process this. Okay. So this one will be saved. Okay. Now coming to the browser part. Probably in the browser part we reconnect it. Order date, calendar year 2008 we have taken. Still it's not showing the required trend. Come to the browser. The browser, let me reconnect. Trend why it is null? Why null trend is showing here? What's the reason? Everything is correct. The query syntax and everything is correct. I should get the trend indicator here. Upward trend or downward trend, you should get in this. But not showing anything in this. Though syntactically everything is correct. You have taken greater than 0.85, that is okay. And year also we have taken in this. With the previous year we are trying to compare every time. Current calendar year we have taken. So with that we try to compare. Then one this is, give the value, what we get in that. It's an iterative process. Still showing null only. This is from the order date. Just drag and drop. Showing null only. Okay. Let us take actually just due date. Status coming fine, but the trend is not shown for us now. It is showing in this. Why it is showing null? Sales KPI to null for 2008 is showing. Okay. Here also not showing any data for us. Trend is shown null. What will be the reason? Trend value once again if we come into this one here, let us take month. Based on the month, what happens? Let's take drag and drop put month also in this. So even here also showing null. Okay, showing null. Yes, we come into this. Sales KPI is the name of this. This is all fine. Sales amount only we take here. Then that is coming up correct. Status error is not coming. Okay. This is current member dot previous member, then minus 1, that is when it's less than or equal, it's greater than. But in both the cases, it should give us trend expression some value, it has to show us why it is so. KPI goal, sometimes are we getting 0, null are we getting, let me put here, when T is empty, followed by KPI goal, use it, KPI goal, followed by sales KPI, then we put it as null. Like this we try to put it. This is fine. Otherwise it can't be this particular thing. KPI value, KPI value sets KPI. With current member we are comparing with previous member. Date or calendar year, current member. Okay, but we try to filter data up to only few years. So in such case also at least we should get that. Once again process this part. Process, and we process this. we should get the required result. Okay. It should show me just status indicator, why it is not coming. Everything is working fine, but only status indicator is not coming properly. Sorry, not trend indicator. Trend it has to show upward trend or downward trend for us. Why trend is not coming in this calendar I have taken as I use all the things in this. It's going to select everything in the case. Since 2005 we have probably okay. Even now also we are not getting properly the required thing. 14656 we are getting like this is okay. Once again come to the browser. In the browser we choose this time showing like this. If we go to this, refresh, reconnect, then refresh, execute the query. Show null. What is the reason why it's showing null the value? Status is needing, but trend is only null. Let us try to create one more group in this case. Let us try to create one more KPI. So see with that. So in this the new KPI we try to make. This can be the design mode. We go to the new KPI. Sales KPI we created. Click on this new KPI. In the new KPI, monthly sales we take. Let us make monthly sales in this, and this is internet sales we choose. Fact internet sales we choose from this. So value expression I want to make as in this measures followed by dot sales amount. We have in that sales amount, we take sales amount. Followed by goal expression, try to make goal expression, sales amount it is. We try to make like this case when it is here. This time I will try with the due date, then followed by date, then dot this is going to be in this. Okay. Try to use like current member dot level is again we take like due date is one of the accesses we have here, date, then followed by here month name, we put here, then in such cases we try to take like this. In such cases we write it as due date, then dot, this is here, date, dot we take it, frame number, comma, this is going to be measures, dot, this is here, we have a sales amount. We make this as here, sales amount, else put it as none, followed by n. Simply I am writing something here, then after that let us try to indicate trend. Let me come to trend expression, status indicator, goal expression we have written. So let me take only traffic light again in this. Then status expression I should write in this. Goal expression we have written. The next thing is going to be here status. So in the case of the status expression, what I can put in such cases, goal expression. Okay. Here what I am trying to say, this KPI delete, otherwise I will write in a different way. Delete this KPI. So here itself I need to find out what is the reason. Sales KPI. Still correctly, but only trend indicator we are not getting in this. Probably by moving here, scroll down in this. Whenever we come down in this year, we take here calendar year, date we are taking. So probably we take this as here due date. Date we have taken, it should be working with all the dates in that. Whatever date we take, it should work in that. And status. Status is coming fine, but trend wise it's not showing the what trend or what trend. If you get actually trend in that trend expression. Okay, arrow taken that instead of that standard arrow we take, but it's showing null value for us. Then null that is, otherwise sales KPI dot comma date dot calendar year dot current number greater than KPI value sales KPI comma date dot calendar year dot current number dot previous number. Then one we take it. This is correct only. It's greater than that. Okay. Hmm. We calculate that one. So with current number and the previous number we are comparing, in such case that's going to be one. KPI value we take. Similarly, in KPI value calculation probably two, we have taken it as too much. It may be something like 0.95 we put. Based on 0.95, let me process this and see. Process. Yes. coming to the browser part, still it's showing not only value. So this is, try to reconnect everything. I think it's off now. In such cases, execute query. Sales KPI status is one we are getting, but KPI trend is going to be null value still. Should not be null value. I try to find out what is the reason why it's giving a null value, but we should calculate exactly. You get null value whenever member is absent basically, but member is present in that. So trending is right direction based on previous levels. Okay, so measure is increasing or decreasing. For that purpose, we can be using trend, but here trend why it is not shown. Probably it's taking some null value, due to that it may be giving some problem. But everything we have taken perfect, correct it is, because we cannot calculate otherwise one. It's calculating always sales value we get differently in that. And here once again choose a date, some date I take, due date I take. Based on the due date, I choose here calendar year. Based on this only we try to do it. Equal only we take only one particular 2 years we take in this. So one is 2006, 2007 and 2010 we take. 9 is missing, so previous we don't find in that. And we can execute this. After that we can drag and drop year also. So when we take order date as per calendar, execute the query. Sometimes it's showing -1, 2008 -1, 2010 also -1. But as far as 2005, 2006, 2007 are concerned, they are showing positive kind of things. So in 2008, it's not getting any data. In the case of 2010 also, it's not calculating anything there. So here, sales KPI value we are not getting as far as 2008 is concerned. Similarly, in 2010 also, we are unable to calculate that. We are getting null. Reason, we need to check why we get null in such cases. So what we have written, goal expression 0.95 we have taken, and this is sales indicator, this is sales expression. Here what we do, else -1 we have taken. It's going to be sales amount multiplied with 0.95 always. In the measures, sales amount multiplied with 0.95, probably in the 2008 there are no sales, in 2010 also no sales, it's giving like this. But there should be sales in that. Sales amount it is taken, try to see. So go with the measures. From measures we take the sales amount we take and put in the here like this. Let us take sales amount, execute query. So it's showing sales amount, there is no sales amount for 2008 and for 2010. For these 2 years we don't have any sales amount. Data is empty, because of that it's not showing anything. Sales KPI status is -1. There is no sales amount, only for 2005, 2006, 2007 it's available. So similarly there is some problem it seems with the KPI trend indicator, but trend should be coming for us in this. It should not show any null value. If we remove here 2008, then how it comes equal. If we take, when we go with the filtering option, how it is showing for the 2008, it should not show. 2010 we take, click on OK, only for these years I have to get. After that, execute query. Still data is shown for this also. Okay, probably this is here, order date we take. This is going to be calendar year. Due date we have taken, dimension or due date, order date. Based on the order date we should take it. Okay. Now this time exactly it's taking 2006, 2007, like this is shown for us. Order date or calendar year, based on that we can be checking this particular thing. KPI is also sales KPI if we take, we've taken the status indicator, calendar year, order date, let us take in this date means here also let me take the order date. So here again I use order date. Hmm, choose here order date. Or multiple accesses we need to take in such cases. If this is not working, we need to do with the multiple access. So process. Okay. Now it's showing downward trend. We haven't chosen actually the proper dimension, so it's showing here downward trend for us. As far as year 2008 is concerned, showing here downward trend. Suppose we choose here 2006, in such cases, still it is actually downward trend only for us. Okay, we don't choose anything, we choose all the four. In such cases, what happens? Let us see. Click on OK. So it's showing like this downward trend for us. Now coming to the particular, okay, I think we have to reconnect it. So trend is downward is showing for us. Now because 9770899.74, 9282354, so it is definitely less, shows like this. Come to browser, in the browser, again we reconnect it and try to process. Sales trend KPI is shown like this for us now. It's showing actually 1, the trend is 1 in this. Showing trend 1. Okay, so but when you come to once again the KPI here, come to design, the design, I've chosen profit line, that is fine. Then other thing is going to be status arrow we have taken. Order date dot, then 1 we have taken it. Greater than KPI value of sales KPI, in that case greater than. So if it is less than or equal to that, then we try to put this as here -1. Just we take less than only, and at the top greater than or equal to, we try to take this. This way, try to set once again process the cube here. Okay, process. Okay. Coming to this, then again we reconnect this. Execute the query, and once for every year, now we can choose this time. Overall, it's showing you the order date we take from this. So from order date, we can choose now. Hierarchy is going to be all we take here. So we try to choose the calendar year. Then here operator is going to be equal, and filter expression here in this we choose all. 2006, 2007 and 2008 we take, click on OK. click to execute the query. It's going to show this way. Now from here we just drag and drop a new column. That is calendar year. We try to drag and drop into this. Based on this, you have now different indicators. Should get. So this is what sales KPI status is 1, but sales KPI trend is going to be -1 as far as 2008 is concerned. In this manner, it's going to be changing for us. Now if you come to KPIs again, in this, try to browse. When you select different years, based on the year probably, that can be changing for us. Click on this, try to choose a different year here. Take 2006, uncheck this year, click on OK. So let us refresh this year. Refresh this. What happens? Let us see. Status is going to be positive, trend is changing upward. The 2006 trend is upward. Similarly, we change into 2005 or 2007, we get in a different way. Take 2007, then click on OK. Even in such case also, the trend is going to be upward. Here it is changing. Trend is upward. So because we have taken it as 0.95 something, so because of that, it's showing you positive trend only. So status is green and trend is going to be upward. Like this, you can be finding here the business trend. Whether it's going upward or downward, it's going to give you. So this is basically a KPI, key performance indication. But for making KPI, you have to be very good with the business logic. Business logic in the sense, not only just with the functions, they don't give you anything. In fact, you have to be good with the business logic. Business logic means whether it's going in the right direction or wrong direction, how you calculate various things, you have to know about that. KPIs use, as I told you, you can have actually measures, ratio measures or number measures based on what exactly you are trying to take a decision. Based on that particular thing, these can be calculated. So domain knowledge is required for doing this particular kind of KPI. It can be finance domain, it can be any other kind of domain also. So when you are good with that, it is only just tool, within no time it can create for us. This itself will not give you anything. If you want to excel in this, you need to do some analytics. There is a course called analytics actually. So when you do analytics, at that time you understand all these concepts. Here just how to make a simple KPI I have shown here. Otherwise, this is going to be a analytics subject actually. You have analytics, there is a different subject like that. One is Ssas we use, other thing is actually R language. With the help of that, you can do a lot of analysis. So it is for simple analysis you can be using in this, or else you have to be working with the domain experts. So depending on their requirements, you can be making them. Here you are getting upward trend as well as downward trend. Status also can be changing from time to time in this. Status can be sometimes red, sometimes orange, sometimes green color. So basically this is the KPI calculation. We must do KPI like this. Here we use the, first of all, KPI creation, then followed by we are attaching this certain measure group, then we go with a value expression, what we are taking, the sales amount we take, and goal expression 0.095 we have taken, 0.95. Then followed by here, status expression we are using. It can be 1, it can be less than or equal to 1, or it can be greater than or equal to 0.85 based on that. One value you can give, a -1 you can give, or 0 you can give. Depending on the value, it is evaluating there. So KPI value, KPI goal are two functions. You are going to divide KPI value with the KPI goal. Because we have written there goal value as well as value. Value is going to be calculated based on sales amount. When you divide sales amount with the goal, what you get exactly, if you are getting 1, it's going to take 1, otherwise you are going to be taking less than or if it is less than or equal to 1, or and other condition is what here, if the value is greater than or equal to 0.85, if it is in between 0.85 and 1, it's going to give you 0 value, otherwise -1 it can give. This is basically called as a KPI value as well as KPI goal. These are predefined functions available within the Ssas. So using that you can do KPI value as well as KPI goal, because we defined on the top a value and we defined even a goal. Based on that we can calculate it. So after the portfolio exactly, we can go with the status arrow. Status arrow we use here trend indicator. We put a trend expression. In the trend expression, first of all, if KPI goal sales KPI, if that is null, then it's going to be null only. If it is empty, we make it as null. Otherwise, we compare the KPI value. Here we take order date dot calendar year dot current member. So if it's greater than or equal to, again sales KPI we take, then order date, calendar year, current member comma previous member. That means what? Current calendar year, whatever you take. So with the current calendar year, we take the sales KPI, how much value this is. You compare with the here sales KPI value with the previous year. So if it is greater than, in that case you take 1, otherwise you are going to take as -1. While it can be either 1 or -1. You have like that status indicator. 1 means what? Is positive indication. -1 is going to be negative indication. It can be downward. 1 can be upward. So like this, we can be making the trend expressions. So this is basically the KPI. We can make KPI in this manner.